Hi. Hi, chat. How are you guys? How's everyone? Hi, Sari. Always looking after us, always protecting us. He does such a good job. I always have to remind myself that Sari is a he. It's not a she, even though I'm inclined to call Sari he or she. No, I know, I'm getting confused. I'm confusing myself. Is envy? I was gonna make like an envy joke, but I think I didn't know how to phrase it. Hope you find reasons to smile today. He's so sweet. But hello, Mike, as well. Hi, Mike. How are you doing? First perishes. Woo. Hi, Mike. I need to get a first command. I need to. You know what I want to do? I want to maybe like this weekend. I sit down and I try and do a couple of things that I should have done a long time ago. You know, making like little commands like first, making maybe like something that auto posts my Twitter and Discord every kind of like, let's say 10-15 minutes maybe. I think 15 minutes. I feel like 10 minutes would be too obstructive, you know? And hello laughs a lot, welcome in. Hi Sari and Ruadh, I guess. Oh, now I'm sad. But hello everyone. It's always nice to see you guys. I was thinking actually, another thing I want to try and do is maybe do a schedule for once. Maybe do a schedule for once in my life. A stream schedule. Because I feel like, you know, if I try and stick to it, or at least if I write it down and I say I'm going to do something, I may stick to it better, you know? I may now that is dependent upon things like work and sudden surprises. We can expect streams consistently. Excuse me, Mike, before I like went on hiatus. Well, not hiatus. Before I was like off for, well, listen, I was studying for exams. But before that, I was like pretty consistent. I actually think I became less consistent when I was on holidays, when I was on study leave, because I was out of a routine and I was kind of just like doing stuff. So kind of, I think now that I'm in like a schedule again, I'm gonna try and be a bit more consistent. You know, at least 3 streams a week, hopefully more. We will see. It's just streaming takes up a lot of time, and I want to try and do other stuff too. Hello, Haru. Someone may have forgotten to turn on his redeems. To turn on the application that allows you to poke me in the face. So I may have just scammed you out of $500, 500 Ruadh bucks. But it's okay because I don't just steal from people. No, oh no, don't poke me. I didn't just activate that myself. It's so over. No, oh no, how dare you. Nom 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 nom. Hello, I'm gonna jump you? Why are you so mean to me? I feel like once a stream, you say you're gonna jump me. You say you're going to assault me, physically assault me. Did your family never teach you that it's bad to physically assault people? A schedule is crazy, I know. Fucking saying I'm going to stream a minimum amount of times a week and giving an actual time? No, you. See, the thing is though is like, what if I like say I'm going to stream at 9, but I'm like, I want to have a cup of tea first, and it's 9 o'clock. I have to stream and I don't get to have my cup of tea. I know I could have my cup of tea with the stream, but I like to have a cup of tea before stream. At least half a cup of tea before stream. Because it makes my voice feel nice and prepared. I'm gonna salt you. Don't season me. What are you doing? No, you're not cooking me on my fire. You're not cooking me on my fire. I know the sounds of like crackling could maybe be ASMR like, but that's out of the question. You're not being seasoned. You're being carthaged. No, I want to have children. Carthage means you like destroy all fertility. I want to have at least 3 children. At least 3. Miku. Oh, wait, Miku's here. No, wait. It's Maiku. I guess Maiku is pretty good as well. He's no Miku, but he's pretty cool. Not if we steal your ball. The old adage, burns your wife, fucks your crops. Oh, this would be ASMR. What does that mean? Talk about planting your seed. I think. Oh no, that corn looks awfully like my neighbor. So fucking stupid. What does that mean? No, you're not allowed. I'm not a dog, Harry. You can't just like take me to the vet and have them removed. That's illegal. You can't do that. I forget about that alarm. I don't know if you guys even heard that. But now that I don't need that stopwatch anymore, I'm gonna take it into like a forest and break it against a tree, no, because then I'd be littering and it would get everywhere. According to Pip's fan art now, you are now, yep. I'm being drawn as everything by Pip. I'm being drawn as a dog, as a maid, as a dog maid. That's like half of everything right there. But I'm also being drawn as Ronald McDonald, as a thief, as gangster. I love all of Pip's art. It's so cute. I need to, you know what I need to do? The one issue is that I've gotten out of the habit of saving everything, like onto my PC. So I need to go through and like re-save everything and start naming things again. Like I think I was so focused on exams and stuff that I was like, I wasn't archiving things. Hello, Nora. No, you didn't even say hi. You just came in, you made a stupid face, my face, and then you started poking my face. Drawn as an Otome character. Isn't this, are you guys saying that my streams are not Otome central? Would you guys not see me in an Otome game? Would you guys do my route if I was an Otome character? Would you guys do my route? Would you set aside time and lock out other routes to play me? Would do we? You mean you do my route, right? Right? I'm like that meme, Star Wars meme. Maybe? Oh, Haru, that breaks my heart. That's so mean. Maybe. I only get a maybe. I go through all of this pain entertaining you guys, putting on quality content once a week for a while. And all you can do is a maybe. If your route has thigh options, then yes, it will have all the options. It's gonna be one of those Otome games. Because you wouldn't kiss us. I'm sorry, did I or did I not do it? Did I or did I not do that? I did do that. To my shame. Hello, Kirsch32. Welcome in, welcome in. It's a pleasure to meet you. If we can see you crying, you know what? I get it. I do understand. I do understand the desire to see the crying. So we will include that. Don't you worry, Haru. Okay, what if I was in the Otome game where you have to like tell me the dates of a specific bodily function so I can be like, "Hey, I know you're going through a rough time right now. Don't worry. I'm here to support you. Do you want a massage?" Or whatever they fucking say. No, I can't talk directly about it. I'm too like I wouldn't be like super forward about it. I'd be like talking in circles. Don't call me out like that. You forgot to clip it, BRV. No, Haru. Clipping out all of like you guys are gonna put it together. You guys are gonna put like all the clips together into one massive compilation. And then and then that video is gonna go viral, and everyone's gonna think that's all I do. That I just do that for like 24/7. I'm gonna have to like fight against that idea. That's gonna be what I'm known for. Oh yeah, really? He's the guy who does kissing ASMR, isn't he? It's like no, I don't. I do it like maybe once. I do it like twice, maybe. What would my route be about? What would my route in a Tome game be about? I don't want to be like the guy from Amnesia where I put you into a cage. That seems a bit much. I kind of want to be like the red guy from Amnesia, whatever his name was, where I just gaslight you for like 20, for like the first half of my route. I fucking love that so much, dude. I don't know if you guys saw that, but oh man, that was some of the funnest collabs I ever did. When me, Ace, I think it was Patchy. I can't remember who it was exactly. When we were doing the read along to Amnesia Memories, and but you forget your memories and you're like trying to pretend like you remember everything. And the guy in red, whatever his name is, he just fucking. He just catches on straight away. What the fuck? I missed this? I will send this on to you, Mike. Don't worry. I'll post it in the Discord. Just remind me. Put it in the reminder thing. Ruadh, post first episode. But, oh, it was so funny. Hello, Jinx. Hello, hello. Hello, hello to you, too. Your route would probably be like Halsin. Do you mean Halsin from Baldur's Gate? Isn't that the guy who gets, like, no character? He gets, like, a mission, you rescue him, and then he's just kind of there, and, like, oh, he talks to this guy who's on a bed once. It's good Z if you don't mind, sir. Oh, it's just Z, if you don't mind, sir. I got really confused. It's just Z. I will just call you Z, then. I'll just call you Z. No, I want an in-depth, highly emotional, high quality, deep introspective of my character, Nora. That's what I want from my Atome game. I want people going away going like, man, his route was like the best in terms of narrative and story quality. The art sucked though. It didn't show enough skin. It didn't show enough things. I hate them. And then like the developer releases a DLC of me with extra things. Thick men. Shit. You know what? Fair enough, Triscuits. Fair enough. I'll give it to you. Is that a Sasa Bald emote? Is that Sasa? Oh my god, it is a Sasa Bald emote. I haven't seen a Sasa emote in ages. Man, I miss him. I miss Sasa. He hasn't streamed in like a year plus. I feel like I watched him a lot when I was first starting out. When I was like, before I even first started streaming, I was watching him. I hope he's doing good. I'm sure he is. He has like a big lawyer job. He's very busy, I imagine. But I really enjoyed watching him because he had a lot of aspects as a streamer that I was like very impressed by, and I kind of I wanted to like copy bits and pieces of him. I took a lot of his advice. Like a lot of the stuff that I got was kind of similar to his. But what was I going to say? But then once I actually got into streaming, he just kind of like disappeared as I started getting used to things. So it was kind of sad. I never got to like properly interact with him fully. But I do hope he's doing well wherever he is, whatever he's doing. Hopefully he's not like, you know, hopefully he didn't like blow all his money on blow and crack. Well, you know what? If he did, then I hope he had a lot of fun doing that. I wouldn't do that personally, but I hope he had a lot of fun doing it. What was I going to... Oh yeah, so another thing I want to... Oh wait, no, I just closed StreamerBot. That's not going to allow people to do my things. So the other thing I want to do... So yeah, the schedule. And I'm going to get like a personalized schedule. So what I mean by that is I'm going to... I'm contacting someone to see if they'll draw the schedule for me, like a cool one where I have like a space for the image and it's kind of like personalized for me. And that someone's gonna be D. If D wants to do it, if she's busy, that's fair. But I'll find someone else to do it. I just want like kind of a cool one, you know. And then I'll use it once and never again is probably what will happen. Let's be honest. That's the most likely scenario here. I use it once, I stick to it, and then I just forget. I forget every single time. Like, there's some people who are so consistent with it. Fucked up? No. Okay, you know what I need? You know what I need, Mike? I need a schedule to remind me of the schedule. I need a schedule that has Monday to Sunday, and it only has one thing on it, and it says post schedule. That's what I need. Scheduleception. That way I'll always remember. It's not like I set an alarm today to upload a VOD, to publish the VOD and upload it to YouTube, and then I forgot until when I got home. Watch me spam you when you don't post a schedule. See, that's actually like that's kind of what I would need. I would need people to be like, hey, where's the schedule, buddy? Where's the schedule? And then you like shove me in a locker and you're like, where's your schedule, buddy? Where's your schedule? You're gonna scream because you don't auto-upload VODs. I do that because I don't like the idea of things being immediately available. Setting my alarm to remember to drink water. You guys don't set an alarm every second to remind you to breathe. You guys are gonna fucking drown out of water. I don't know. No, I do that because in case something happens, okay? In case something happens, I don't want people having easy access to that information, you know? Like, I know you guys could, like, clip something, but I feel like people are kind of smart and they wouldn't clip a bad thing happening. Like, I'm not saying a bad thing as in, like, something funny. Like, something like, oh, maybe I say my name or something. Or, when I mean, I say a random name that has nothing towards me. Nothing to do with me, because I am Ruadh. I am literally a Fenian warrior. There's not another person behind me. Bitch, you just made me breathe manually. You deserve it. Hey, Haru. You're now aware that you're walking. Well, you're probably not walking. You're probably sitting down, actually. You're now aware of your nose. You're aware of your nose. You just clip kisses, though. See, this is how I'm gonna get back at you. I'm gonna make you aware of all the things. You're aware of your buttocks sentience. My ass has sentience? Are those noises it trying to talk? It needs to brush its teeth if that's the case. Dude, Mike is quite aware of this other streamer, Fua, who has raided me a few times, and I raided him back a few times. He got a new model recently, and oh my god, like, I knew the model was good, because I had seen the art of it, and I'd seen it kind of in motion a little bit. But I was watching the stream earlier today. Fua. Yeah, exactly. Fua. Mike is a fan of Fua and Ruadh. But oh my god, I was looking at the model, and I was like, the fluidity in it, the motion in it. Like, I'm never a super big fan of the whole leaning forward stuff. I feel like his is quite nice in that it's not overly forward. I don't like when it looks like the VTuber, the muscular bear is about to lean through my screen and grab me. I feel in danger in those situations, and I want to punch my monitor and say, get away from me, stranger danger, and blow the whistle and call the police. But when there's a little bit of leaning forward, what was that about a muscular bear? No, it's just because I often see the really close lean in thing with particularly muscular models. I think it might be because they often have quite thin waists. like their fucking Dorito body leans forward more, so it looks more. Them boobage can take you away. You don't care. Leaning forward models are hot. Like I can understand the appeal, and I definitely think I'd like it a little bit. Like I can't really lean forward. I feel like maybe I'm coping a little bit, but I wouldn't go overboard with it. I wouldn't want it to be like I'm climbing out of your fucking screen, like I'm the Ring. But yeah, his new model is fantastic. His new model is absolutely fantastic. The amount of motion, like I think I have a very good rigged model. But you can see when people just throw money at something, a lot of money. You can see the quality. That's not to say my rigger did not do really good quality. He did. He did an amazing job in mine. Um, you're climbing out of what now? I'm climbing out of your monitor and I'm coming for you, Triscuits. I'm gonna grab you and I'm gonna give you a noogie. Throw more Wall Street stock money at your rigger. No. No, I reinvested. I reinvested at a cheaper price. So we'll see how that goes. Even though it rose really well today, and then it fell really hard today. Would you play Stonks 9800 Stock Market Simulator? That sounds like a headache. You want the ring husbandos? I will. Okay, you know what? Maybe. I've seen art before of the ring lady. That was quite interesting. That really got the noggin jogging. That got the almonds activated. So I could understand that perspective a little bit. You need to lean forward so that I can pull your eyebrows out. Hang on, let me lean forward. Let me see how much I can lean. Not very much. I think I could do it more if I upped my... There's a setting in VTube Studio that allows you to move more. I feel like if I did that a little bit more, it might work. But, Ruadh, it has the hot waifu in-game. Hot stock waifu. I see. Can I sell her for stocks is the question. I feel like money is more... I can buy her back. I'll short her, okay? I'll buy her back at a cheaper price. Insider trading. That's trafficking, Ruadh. Trafficking, stock markets, it's all like the same thing. Insider, I barely know her. Oh, Mike, you rascal. Please don't pull my eyebrows out, though. I like my eyebrows. They're quite thick. They're not like super thick. They're not like caterpillars, but they have a nice shape. Wait, there's something... What's that thing about my eyebrows that I notice? Hang on, let me check something. Oh, I'm a rake. I know. I can't remember what it is. I think sometimes my like eyebrow has a certain shape and looks quite nice. But I can't remember exactly. I think I told a story before about a woman wanting to put the makeup on my eyelashes because she was like, "You have really long eyelashes." Meow. Meow. You're just trying to make me sound like a cat. Is that what you're doing, Lila? Hello, Lila. It's nice to see you. I don't feel like I'm a cat. I don't feel like I'm cat coded. I don't feel like I'm cat coded. New. I see. Oh, Ruadh, I forgot to tell you that you went to the Bad Bunny concert for your birthday. It was so good. You lost your voice. Nice. I hope you had a lot of fun. Nora. That sounds really fun. That sounds really cool. Genzuki released a short cover. He does this often. He releases shorts of him singing like maybe a chorus or a verse from a song. And he did Bunny Girl. He was like, no, 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 Bunny Girl. And he said it really cute. You guys should go follow. You guys should go subscribe to him. You are subscribed to him, right? I've sold him enough to you guys. Yo, you a dog? No, I'm not a dog. I'm not a dog. Ruadh long eyelash. Long eyelash. A singular long eyelash. I don't know what's more funny. The concept of that, that I only have a singular eyelash, but it's really long. Or there's one really long eyelash among all the others, and it really sticks out. I know sometimes the eyebrows can get a little bit messy, and like it like in a hoagie. Oh no! What if you pulled that a hoagie? Oh, do you guys? Oh no, I remember doing that. But you know that thing when people like turn their eyes inside out? Their eyelids. Oh god, that's oh, my eyes feel weird now. My eyes feel weird. Just thinking about it. I'm thinking like I feel weird even like grabbing my eyelid and kind of like pulling it off the eye. You know, and you get that kind of like slightly kind of pop squish. And then the idea of turning them inside out. Ooh. I can do the Undertaker thing though. You know, the eyes roll back in your head thing. I can do that one. Well, I used to be able to do it. I think I can still do it. I just don't really do it much anymore. I remember someone said before that like if you do that and you got hit in the head, your eyes will stay that way. There's a lot of really silly sayings like that. You blocked that out of your mind. Thank you for reminding you. You're welcome, Nora. You're welcome for me reminding you of traumatic sightings. Oh god, it's I remember there used to be people who would do it and they'd run around and show you that they're doing it. Like, get the fuck away from me, you weirdo. Human body is fucked up. Real fucked up. Did you guys you don't know. That's a little bit dark for a stream. That's a little bit dark. I don't want to talk about that. It was kind of sad. I don't want to talk about that. You know what I do want to talk about, though? So you guys know the whole, like, UK Safety Act, Ireland Safety, Online Safety Act, the EU Safety Act, all that shit that's causing, like, fucking every EU citizen to not be able to view certain things. I think it's the worst in the UK, because, like, they can't even watch certain websites without being told no. Like, I'm not even totally against the concept of age restrictions on adult websites with the intention of keeping children off. I think it could definitely be implemented better, but I'm not even against that concept. I think it's actually not a bad concept. It's not a bad idea. I don't think kids should have access to fucking the most horrific videos you've ever seen. Yo, YouTube is using AI to find them kids. Huh? Oh wait, no, aren't they like assessing your watch? No, wait, was that YouTube? Wasn't that YouTube? They're like assessing what you watch to decide if you're a child. And I was like, oh no, I watch VTubers. It's gonna see that I watched Goragura and lock me into YouTube Kids. You watched The Shark Girl? You're fucking watching Peppa Pig from now on, buddy. You liked Genzuki Tojiro? That's a VTuber. You're watching Baby Shark for the next 10 years. The what? What do you mean YouTube is doing what? So it's basically, it's the same thing with the whole Twitter or X, like age restriction stuff. Where what they're doing is they're going to assess your YouTube watch, like what you watch on YouTube and what you follow and subscribe to determine if you are more than likely underage. So I'm just going to make a recommendation to you guys, just in case this spreads all over the world. You guys should go check out Patrick Boyle. He's a investment manager, not VTuber, YouTuber, who does like business news and stuff. If you guys watch like one of his videos, he's very funny. He's very dry. He has a very dry sense of humor. I think it's more than likely AI will not think that you are a child. You checked how old you are based on their stats, and you're 35. With no degree, no house, no nothing. I'm sorry, what do you mean no degree, no house? Did it say that? Did it say you're a 35-year-old, uneducated, homeless man? In the privacy thing. It just called your ass out for being dumb. You got no education. You got no money. You got no house. And you're fucking old. Dude, I'm so gonna check mine later. That sounds so funny, dude. I can't wait to be like, you are a 52-year-old man. You know what? No, I watch enough male VTubers that will probably be like, you are a 14-year-old girl. You're watching all these guys on Niji Sanji. We're gonna start recommending you K-pop because I think that's in your interests. I just watch customization stuff on YouTube. You got no talent, trumpet guy. Now, I definitely want to check mine later. But sorry, I was going to say about on X. You know, everything that I see is like, well, not everything, but a lot of things are like, you can't view this because of the age restriction. We're still determining the age of your account. I'm like, okay, fine, that's fine. I do know that there's one or two VTubers that I follow that post quite spicy, very spicy stuff, in fact. I know one of them posted a thing about, like, I think they posted something about getting a lot of views or a lot of reactions. And I was like, I just think you're just a very say-so streamer or something like that. And then I was like, yes, I'm being affected by the online age restriction stuff. Why do you ask? But anyway, I was like, I'm getting kind of annoyed about this because it's like fucking every like third post, it feels like sometimes, is age restricted. So I was like, okay, you know what, fine. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just going to do the age verification. I'm gonna give up my fucking identity to Elon Musk so he can like scam me somehow. So I go to do it. I click on the button and it says, scan this QR code to verify your age. So I go, okay. I take out my phone and I point the camera at the QR code and it scans and I click the link. Do you want to know what happened? Do you want to know what happens? The link that it brought me to was age restricted. The link to the verify my age was age restricted. What the fuck am I meant to do? What am I meant to do? Huh? I thought maybe Twitch or Twitter just glitched for a second and kept me on the video or the picture I was looking at. But no, I must be verified. I must be age verified to view the thing that allows me. I don't understand. I'm so confused. They want you to update the app, Ruadh. Don't let them win. That's true, but see, the thing is, Nora, I have not updated since the bird. I still have the bluebird. I still have the Twitters. They're still called retweets in my phone. Wanna know how I got these scars? I fell down on the bus and I cut my cheek. It hurt a lot. Thank you for asking. You won the burb back? Too bad, he's my burb. Hello, Panda. It's not even about the kids, to be honest. They just want to control and steal your shit. Oh yeah, no, 100%. Isn't it weird how it all seems to just come out? Isn't it weird how it all just kind of comes out at the same time? They just all happened. They just all happened to be like, yeah, we're going to sign this stuff in at the same time. Whoa, it's crazy. It's such a coincidence. I'm gonna end up unaliving myself with 2 bullets to the back of the head if I talk too much. Messed up. You're not even in Angle Land. See, the thing is Twitch. If you click Learn More, they say the UK Safety Act, and then they say the Irish Safety Act as well. Fell off a 39-story building. I feel like there's like maybe 3 buildings that are that tall in Ireland. That would be really unfortunate. Really suspicious. Now you're looking at the YouTube age restriction. They want your photo ID or credit card. Dude, I'm going to start making websites that are like, if you want access to this, you're going to have to age verify. I'm going to need your credit card information to verify your age. I got to make sure you're old enough to hold a bank account, buddy. Give me your credit card. They're going to use my credit card. Yeah, I give YouTube my credit card, and suddenly there's like, I'm getting charges for like pizza in fucking Swaziland or something. Or Mali. See, my daddy was a drinker. Some guy walks over and goes, I dealt with an alcoholic father too, Joker. It's okay, I understand. He gives him a hug. And Joker's like really confused. No, you're meant to be scared of me. No, I understand, Joker. I get it. Everything just happens at once. It's like how I decide to rematch a YouTuber I haven't watched in a long time. Oh, rewatch. Turns out they're... average Minecraft streamer? What Minecraft streamer was this, Panda? 90% of the time I'll be right that it was a Minecraft streamer. No, Joker. Me dad beat me too. Dude, it's just like... Why is that so prevalent? You know what's fucked up? You know what's really fucked up? And I think about this sometimes. I really think about it. Do you guys remember... I think his name was Cryotic. I always knew him as Cry. I think his name was Cryotic. He was, how do you know? Dude, they got caught touching kids. It's like a 90% chance that they're a Minecraft streamer, at least, or a YouTuber. Do you remember? So when PewDiePie was blowing up, one of the guys he used to collab a lot with was Cry. Now Cry got caught doing the bad stuff. He got caught doing the bad stuff. But do you want to know a funny story? Do you want to know I wasn't someone who really subscribed to him, but I knew of him and I watched him. I watched him in videos with PewDiePie, you know? And I liked him, but I liked PewDiePie more. One time I'm talking with my friend, you know, I'm just gonna break character for that second, and we were relatively young, I would say. Best clip of PewDiePie was the bridge clip. I love how anytime he was playing that game afterwards and he's going over the bridge, everyone's like, PewDiePie, watch out, a bridge. Watch out, Pewds. Oh no, Felix, don't go over the bridge. Anyway. So, I'm talking to my friend one day. We're messaging on the Discord or something. I don't think it was Discord. I think it was like Skype. I think it was Skype, yeah. And and he says to me, I remember we're kind of young at this stage. Was it TeamSpeak? I used TeamSpeak for a while. And so he says to me, hey, do you want to talk to Cry? And I'm like, huh? What? He's like, do you want to talk to Cry? I'm like, wait, like the PewDiePie guy? And he was like, yeah, I'm friends with him. I'm friends with him. I'm not joking. So I'm like, oh, okay, sure. So we have like a 10-minute call where it's me and, okay, I'm going to give a rough, I'm not even going to, let's just say, I don't even think I was a teenager yet. Would I have been? No, I don't think so. So, so you guys can see the concern that I have now in this situation. Now thankfully I was a bit of a special child. I wasn't I was like I was messing around with a screwdriver. I was like unscrewing random things. So I was like, he was like, hi. I was like, oh, what are you guys doing? I was like, I'm playing with a screwdriver. I'm unscrewing stuff. I don't know. See, that's the thing is I kind of fell out of touch with him before all the whole stuff went down. And I can't like reach out to someone that I used to go to school with and be like, hey buddy, how's it going? How you getting on? Tell me, did Cryotic groom you? You can't like you can't sit down and open up a conversation like that, can you? I really feel like that's not a way you start a conversation. I mean, and, like, what happens if he did? What happens if he did, in fact, do such a thing? How old? I'm not going to give a specific age. It would work with me. You'd be like, yeah, I want to... Okay, thank God. I've been looking to trauma dump legitimately, fairly on someone for a long time over this. I could see that. I could see that. I'm not going to give a specific age, but young. And every time I think about it, I'm like shocked. It never, like, because you're a dumb kid. You don't think about, like, why would this guy be talking to someone this age? But, like, I really want to ask him. I really want to reach out to him, even though we haven't talked in years. And be like, hey, do you remember this? What happened there? Why? How did you even have his number? Was that actually him, or was that... And it was his voice, by the way. That's the thing. It was his profile picture and his voice. Now, the thing is, it could have been, like... It could have been a trick, maybe? But, like, he never said it was a trick. You were 13, getting your first PC, and you played a lot of adults on Overwatch. But Ruadh met Cry? Yeah, I feel icky over it. Disgusting. But, dude... It's weird. It's weird. I'm pretty sure I saw Call Me Kevin one time. Like, he's an actually cool guy, but I'm pretty sure I saw him once when I was visiting where he's from. Strangest lore drop ever. Meta PDF. I don't like the whole PDF thing, even though, like, I'm censoring my speak because I don't even think I'd actually get in trouble with Twitch. I think that's more YouTube. Yeah, no. Holy shit, Call Me Kevin? Yeah. Dude, I used to watch Call Me Kevin. He was the first YouTuber I ever watched. One of the 3 Irishmen to ever exist. He was one of the first YouTubers I ever watched, you know. Call Me Kevin. When he was doing machinima videos. When machinima, the How to Annoy on COD series. How to Annoy on Modern Warfare and How to Annoy on Black Ops. And then he was doing his Minecraft series, his first one. He was doing his Sim series where Jim Pickens was first created. Back then, he wasn't called Call Me Kevin. He was called ZZX. ZZXZ, No Regrets. XZ, or something like that. You rewatched Stampy recently just for nostalgia. He's a good guy, right? There's nothing bad came out about Stampy that I'm aware of, or did he? XXX. Now I'm pretty sure there was a Z in there, but yeah, it was like that. I'm pretty sure the S was a Z. But yeah, that was a weird. That was like, dude, it's really weird thinking back on that, man. Like, it pops into my head every now and again, and I'm real up, like, just that you're aware of Stampy, a chill guy. That's good. That's good. I remember, like, I remember my cousins watching him, and I was like, that's really... He seems like a good guy. Like, he's clearly making it towards children, but he's, like, you know, he's treating it as... You know, it was just sweet content. The day Dan TDM comes out is the day you die. Don't hold your breath. It's a Minecraft streamer. Minecraft content creator. No, not all of them, but A suspiciously high amount. That is insane, to be fair. Yeah. Yeah, it's... Like, it only happened once. But it's just weird to think about. Like, why was he talking to my friend? Oh. You're so glad your childhood YouTuber doesn't play Minecraft. I feel safe around my YouTuber because he didn't play Minecraft. It sucks to be like, oh, I wonder if this YouTuber is still making vids. Oh, he's a pedophile. Yes. You grew up and started watching VTubers. Well, at least with VTubers, it's just a bunch of like high school drama. They're just like stabbing each other in the back every now and again. You still watch him? He's chill. Ah, that's good. That's sweet. You had one childhood streamer called Messy Mess Yourself, and his Who's Your Daddy videos are hilarious. I have never heard this guy in my life. There's a certain YouTuber, Kleptar was his name. He was only around for a few years, but man, you know, it was one of those the stars that burn the brightest burn half as long. He just disappeared one day and never came back. He just had a lot of silly videos. It's just adults being vindictive now. See, that's what I feel like sometimes. Sometimes I feel like yeah, there's some stuff when VTubers drop the Google Docies and they're pretty bad. But then there's other times where it's like, they said a mean word about me. They, like, in private conversations, said mean stuff about me with other people who didn't like me. And then, like, yes, I get that you feel betrayed when that type of stuff comes out, but you just cut them off. Obviously, if it's like a much bigger thing and they're like directly trying to mess with you and like ruin your reputation, that's a whole different category. But if it's just someone doesn't like you, that's not Google Docy worthy. I'm sorry, I don't care that you two had like an argument. Just mess yourself. You had a brain fart. No worries, no worries. Well, yeah, today you guys learned that Ruadh talked to a famous pedophile. I don't feel good about that one. When he was a kid. Yeah. Yeah. At least we gave Markiplier, and the only controversial thing is the AI. Thank you, Haru. Thank you, Haru, for the head pat. Thank you, thank you. What if I turned that into like a short? You know, like shorts are like super high energy and like super happy. What if I turned that into a short? Hey, what about the time I met Cryotic when I was a kid? And then there's like a bunch of what if I did like a pirate software video? Hey, so you know, when I was a kid, you know, one time I was using Skype and I draw like a picture of the Skype symbol. So Skype is like this voice over internet call system. Used to be around and it was replaced by Discord. I know a lot about this because I worked at Blizzard for 7 years, and I dealt with VoIP stuff. We used to use Skype, but I coded a whole new thing and we called it Discord. Yeah. So we all swapped over to that. Not the 7 years. You don't believe that I spent 7 years at Blizzard? Insane behavior, Harrow. Eat my ass. Eat my entire ass. Dude, I love this shit that's come out of me. I just find it okay. No, get away from me. Get away. Oh, that'd be fun. That'd be a fucked up thing to do. Take this really, like, genuinely concerning situation and make a short about it for content. Harrow, hold him down. I'm gonna start swinging. I'm gonna start fucking swinging as hard as I can. Gotcha. I'm gonna kick you. I know you're short. I'm gonna throw body hooks, but you're so short that I'm gonna hit you in the head. Is that a sock? No, it's a foot. No, it's a hand. I thought I was really confused what that was. I thought I thought first it was a sock, and then I thought it was just a foot. But no, it's someone being grabbed. I see now. I see. I have been corrected. Two short Asians tackle a giant Irishman. Bring it on! Speaking of throwing punches, you got an MMA fight coming up. Good luck, Panda. Good luck. Don't get wrestled down and choked out. Don't get wrestled for like 15 whole minutes, held up against the cage, with a guy just kneeing you in the butt for like 15 minutes. Kind of like what happened to Duplice Drickus recently. That was a weird fight. Not gonna lie, sounds kind of hot. Why do I attract these people to my stream? Why do I attract men and women? Kind of does. Not gonna lie. God damn it, guys. I didn't even finish what I said. Why do I attract men and women? I didn't finish my sentence. Because I didn't know how to finish it. I should have just said, why do I attract Fujos? Now I'm just like complaining. Why do people like me? Being pinned down and choked. I see. That's how it goes. Have you even taken a single MMA training session ever? Are you just going in there to get choked? Like you've never taken a fight in your life and you're like, yeah, I can fight. Put me up against the guy who's specifically a wrestler, please. The sweatiest guy you can find. The sweatiest wrestler. Hello, Gusto. Welcome in. You missed some lore about old Ruadh. You missed some lore drop. You've done the training for 8 years? Damn, that's a long time. You must be pretty good. I did boxing for a while. But I never... MMA wasn't really big when I was growing up, and now I'd be worried with my neck and shoulder injury. I'd be worried about doing any kind of like ground wrestling or submission based stuff, because I'm worried that like someone would put me into like a head crank, and they wouldn't even like do it very hard, and then it would just go, and like my neck would like actually break, or like my shoulder would be torn out of its socket. Alternatively, they could stretch me in such a way that feels good, that like completely fixes me. I'd make you submit to me. I'm gonna punch your balls and squeeze them as tight as I possibly could until you scream at a pitch that breaks glass. You low-key forgot this is ASMR. Oh yeah, I did too. We're meant to be reading. Huh. I am going though to refund that because this is a reading ASMR stream. It's meant to be a reading ASMR stream. It was inaudible whispering, wasn't it? And I can't inaudibly whisper read a book. That seems wait, was it trigger word or trigger request? Trigger request. That seems like it doesn't make much sense. So I'll reject that. I'll do another ASMR stream maybe tomorrow, maybe, or one of the days anyway. What reading at this point? I know. They could what now? Complaining you have an audience. I know. I hate it. I hate having an audience. I want to go back to having one viewer, that being me. Holy shit, the Fee and I are eating good this week. Yeah, I'm trying anyway. Tomorrow would make the most sense because I probably am going to be going. No, actually, no. Hang on. I might. Oh no. I think I might be going I might be going somewhere tomorrow morning, or sorry, the day after tomorrow. So ASMR wouldn't be good because I'd rather a day where I'm at home in the morning, so that I can spend a little bit longer doing the ASMR. So I can do it kind of at night when things are a little bit quieter, you know? Rua and Rua's alt account having a great time hanging out. Yeah, that was the best times. They were the best of times. I could tell myself how funny I was, and I'd be like, yeah, I'm so funny. To be fair, I do make myself laugh a lot. I'm a pretty humorous guy. You need a freaky emote? What could I get that I still need to add my like bonk emote to here. Or no, I think I have another emote I need to add. But or no, I think I just have a load of emotes, but I can't add them because I don't have the sub. I don't have the sub amounts. The sub points needed to unlock them. But what would a freaky emote for me even be? I kind of want to get the no. I have a smug emote. I like the one that Fua has, and I think Fua and Kaz both have a similar one where it's like the raising the eyebrows and getting closer. You guys see? I'm raising my eyebrows. Rua with your thumb sticking out. I don't know why I really overemphasized and poorly said the word thung there. It's tongue. Freaky style. Yeah, see, I like the smug. I think it's really funny. I think it's not really funny, but I think it's really good. But yeah, we might do ASMR like proper. Proper. I am going to, well, you know what, Panda? I'm very happy for you. I'm very happy for you, but I'm going to, no, I'm gonna keep that, like, between you and me. Keep that between you and me and not in chat. You know what? I'll read a little bit about it. No, don't reject it. It'll just stay there. It'll just stay there. It'll just stay there. That you got a package sent to you by your GF. And it had fluffy handcuffs and something else. So, good for you. Good for you. Very happy for you. I do think, though, I would like to do some kind of reading. I don't want this to be a stream. We've gone for about an hour, which it's good to see that going back to my reading streams. We don't read for an hour still. I thought maybe like the first reading stream back I'd go for maybe half an hour of yapping at most, but no, it turned into much longer than that. Much longer than that. Let me just check something real quick. Okay, we're good. Nothing has changed. Yeah, the rubber thing. Rubber Wellingtons to protect your feet. Back to the old reliable readingless reading stream. Exactly. But we are actually going to get into it. Now, we're going back to our myths, Irish myths and legends, gods and fighting men, by Lady Augusta Gregory. When last we left off, we actually completely finished. We completely finished the Battle of the White Strand, where the armies of the world came against the Irish and the Fianna fought them off, and we had a lot of crazy stories, I have to say. But it's been a while since we read that. I think that was a good place to take a little bit of a break. You know, a little bit of a break. You don't? I don't believe you. But now we're going on to a chapter called Huntings and Enchantments. So I'm not entirely sure what that's going to bring to us. But I think we should get into it. So, Book 4, Huntings and Enchantments. Chapter 1, The King of Britain's Son. Arthur, son of the King of Britain, came one time to take service with Finn, and 3 times 9 men along with him. And they were hunting one day on Bayonader, and Finn looked to his place on the cairn of the Fianna, between the hill and the sea, and Arthur took his strand between the hunt and the sea, the way the deer would not escape by swimming. And while Arthur, how's it going, Ruadh? Hello, Z. We're just about to start our reading. So it's going quite well. This is the part of the stream where you guys get cozy, get comfy, settle in, get nice and eepy, and listen to me read. Haru fell down. Everyone laugh at Haru. She fell. Wait, no, is that like a sleepy emote? Dies of cringe. No, don't, don't call me cringe. It's mean. And while Arthur was there, he took notice of 3 of Fionn's hounds, Bran, Skjolin, and Ardnul, and he made a plan in his mind to go away across the sea, himself and his 3 times 9, bringing these 3 hounds along with him. So he did that, and he himself and his men brought away the hounds and crossed the sea, and the place where they landed was Invermara Gamik. That's a weird word. Gamioch. On the coast of Britain. And after they landed, they went to the mountain of Lodin, son of Lear, to hunt on it. And as to the Fianna, after their hunting was done, they gathered together on the hill, and as the custom was, all of Fionn's hounds were counted. 300 full-grown hounds he had, and 200 whelps, and it is what the poets used to say, that to be counting them was like counting the branches on a tree. Now on this day when they were counted, Bran and Skjolin and Ardnul were missing, and this was told to Fionn. He bade his people to search again through the 3 battalions of the Fianna, but search as they would, the hounds were not to be found. You're not cringe. You're nay and based my Rua Pookie pie. What? Nay. Isn't that a dance? Now on this day, when they were counted, Bran, Skjolin, and oh wait, hang on, I read that. Then Fionn sent for a long-shaped basin of pale gold and water in it, and he put his face in the water and his hand over his face, and it was showed him what had happened. And he said, "The king of Britain's son." No, wait, hang on, that's not the voice for Fionn. "The king of Britain's son has brought away the hound. So 9 men were chosen out." Oh wait, "and let 9 men be chosen out to follow after them." So 9 men were chosen out. Diarmuid, grandson of Duivna, Goel, son of Moma, Oisin, son of Fionn, Fowlin, the friend of the hounds, son of a woman that had come over the sea to give her love to Fionn, Ferdoman, son of the bow of Durg, 2 sons of Fionn, Reg Wide Eye, and Vank. Some of these names are not Irish. Vanka, the Crimson Red, Gloss, son of Anchored, Bera, with Quilta and Lugid's son. Gloss, son of Anchored Bera, with Quilta and Lugid's son. And their 9 put their helmets on their head and took their long spears in their hand, and they felt very sure they were a match for any 400 men from the east to the west of the world. They set out then, till they came to the mountain of Lodin, son of Lear, and they were not long there till they heard talk of men that were hunting in that place. Arthur of Britain and his people were sitting on a hunting mound just at that time, and 9 men of the Fianna made an attack on them, and killed all of them but Arthur. That Goel, son of Moma, put his 2 arms around and saved from death. Then they turned to go back to Ireland, bringing Arthur with them, and the 3 hounds. Uh-oh, the son of Britain is about to be made into a war wife. A war bride. And as they were going, Goel chanced to look around him, and he saw a dark grey horse, having a bridle with fitting of worked gold. And then he looked to the left and saw a bay mare that was not easy to get hold of, and it having a bridle of silver rings and a golden bit. And Goel took hold of the 2, and he brought them into Oisin's hand, and he gave them on to Diarmuid. They went back then to Fionn, bringing his 3 hounds with them, and the king of Britain's son as a prisoner. And Arthur made bonds with Fionn, and was his follower till he died. And as to the horse and the mare, they gave them to Fionn, and the mare bred 8 times, and at every burt 8 foals, and it is of that seed came all the horses of the fair Fianna of Gael. For they had used no horses up to that time. And that was not the only time Fionn was robbed of some of his hounds, for there was a daughter of Roman, was woman Ruadh to the Tuatha, and she set her love on Fionn. But Fionn said, so long as there was another woman to be found in the world, he would not marry a witch. Oh man, that woman must have been ugly. I don't know if you guys heard those clicks. And one time, 3 times 50 of Fionn's hound passed by the hill where she was, and she breathed on the hill, on the hounds, and shut them up in the hill, and they never came out again. It was to spite Fionn that she did this, and the place got the name of Duma Nakon, the Mound of the Hounds. No, where were the sassy tongue clicks? And as to Ard Newell, one of the hounds Fionn thought most of, and that was brought back from the King of Britain's son, this is the way he came to his death afterwards. Interesting that we just get like a bit about this hound specifically. There was a great fight one time between Fianna and Macún, son of Maechna, at some place in the province of Leinster, and a great many of the Fianna were killed, and the hound of Ard Newell went wandering northward from the battle and went astray, and 3 times he went round the whole of Ireland, and then he came back to the place of the battle, to a hill where 3 young men of the Fianna that had fallen there were buried after their death, and 3 daughters of the king of Alban had died for their love of them. And when Ard Newell came to that hill, he gave 3 loud howls, and he stretched himself out and died. No, don't end the story on the death of a dog. No, I'm sad now. Chapter 2. The Cave of Caes Corin. Fionn called for a great hunt one time on the plains of Mag Cornel, and in the forest parts of Caerbra of the Nuts, and he himself went up to the top of Caes Corin, and his 2 dogs, Bran and Skewlin, were with him. And the Fianna were shouting through the whole country where they were hunting, the way the deer would be roused in their wild places, and the badgers in their holes, and foxes in their wanderings, and birds on the wing. And Conaire, son of Emid, of the Tuatha, had the sway of Caes Corin at that time. And when she heard the shouting and the cry of the hounds all round, he bade his 3 daughters that had a great share of enchantments to do vengeance on Fionn for his hunting. The 3 women went then to the opening of a cave that was on the hill, that was in the hills, and there they sat down together, and they put 3 strong enchanted hanks of yam on crooked holly sticks, and began to reel them off outside the cave. They were not long there till Fionn and Conan came towards them, and saw the 3 ugly old hags at their work, their coarse hair tossed, their eyes red and bleary, their teeth sharp and crooked, their arms very long, nails like the tips of cows' horns, and 3 spindles in their hand. Fionn and Conan passed through the hanks of yam to get a better look at the hags, and no sooner had they done that a deadly trembling came on them and a weakness, and the bold hags took hold of them and put them in tight bonds. 2 other men of the Fianna came up then, and the sons of Menhan were along with them, and they went through the spindles to where Fionn and Conan were, and their strength went from them in the same way, and the hags tied them fast and carried them into the cave. They were not long there till Cuilta and Laegha's son came to that place, and along with them the best men of the sons of Beascna. The sons of Moma came as well, and no sooner did they see the hanks that their strength and their bravery went out of them, the same as it went for all the others. And in the end, the whole number of them, gentle and simple, were put in bonds by the hags, and brought into the cave. And there began at the mouth of the cave a great outcry of hounds, calling for their masters that had left them there. And there was lying on the hillside a great heap of deer and wild pigs and hares and badgers, dead and torn, that were brought as far as that by the hunters that were now tied up. Then the 3 women came in, having swords in their hands, to the place where the men were lying, to make an end of them. But first they looked out to see was there ever another man of the Fianna to bring in and make an end of the rest. And they saw coming towards them a very tall man. That was Goal, son of Moma, the flame of battle. And when the three hags saw him, they went to meet him, and they fought a hard battle with him. And great anger came on Goal, and he made strokes at the witches. And at last he raised up his sword, and with one blow he cut to two that were nearest him through and through. And then the oldest of the three women wound her arms around Goal, and he, beheading the other two, turned to face her, and they wrestled together, till at last Goal gave her a great twist and threw her on the ground. He fucking suplexed her ass. He tied her fast then with the straps of his shield, and he took his sword to make an end of her. But the hag said, hang on, I'm going to do my best hag impression.
"Oh, champion, there never worsted strong man that never put back in battle. I put my body and my life under the protection of your bravery, and it is better for you to get Fionn and the Fianna to safety and hold them to have my blood. And I swear by my gods, my people swear by, I will give them back again."
I feel like I could do a little bit better. But I'm not going to. With that Goal set her free, and they went together into the hill. I would not trust the ugly hag lady with horse hooves for nails or whatever it said. They went together into the hill where the Fianna were lying, and Goal said, "Loose off the fastenings first from Fergus the True Lips, and from the other learned men of the Fianna. And after that from Fionn and O'Sheen, and the 29 sons of Moma, and from all the rest. She took off the fastenings then, and the Fianna made to delay, but rose up, and went out and sat down on the side of the hill. And Fergus of the Sweet Lips looked at Goal, son of Moma, and made great praises on him for all that he had done." This actually reminds me that the part where I was talking about the dogs on the hill and all the animals and stuff, that reminds me of something interesting. I remember reading a book before all about the Mongols, and it described a practice they used to do as kind of a big celebration. I can't remember the name of it, but effectively what they did was, it was kind of fucked up in a way, but hey, they're Mongols. They did a lot of fucked up stuff. Basically, like, Genghis Khan and I guess his like main guys would like sit on a hill and watch as their men formed a massive circle around a great wood or something, like, you know, woods, and with all their horses and their bows and stuff, and they would slowly push the circle in and drive every animal in front of them closer and closer inwards. Hello, Norman. Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. I hope you're having a good day. Hope you're having a nice time. Ugh. And I remember the book described it that they would push the animals in until they were in a very, very small area. And there would be a cacophony, an absolute cacophony of animal sounds, of birds and, well, I guess the birds could fly away, but of deer and I guess rabbits and wolves and predators and prey, all being pushed into this tiny area. And then I guess Genghis Khan or whoever was overseeing this would give the signal, and the hunt would actually begin, and they'd like, you know, do all the hunting of the animals. But I don't know, I might try and read something like that. I remember the Genghis Khan book being kind of fun. Could get a good book or two. Bro made a Fortnite circle. Yes, he made a Fortnite circle. He made a Fortnite circle. That is what he did. But there was no dancing. There was no emoting by the animals. They just freaked out. Oh god, it's really warm. You know what? I'm going to do something real quick. There we go. And if I remember correctly, Genghis Khan was doing the orange justice. What emote is that? I never played Fortnite. I think you guys shouldn't be able to hear this fan I have. But now I am nice and cool. I mean, I'm always cool, but now I'm being cool down. Couldn't think of the word. Oh, that's better. Just gets really warm when the PC is running. Hopefully when I get my new cooler, which should be arriving ideally tomorrow, but I don't think it's going to be tomorrow. I think it's going to be Wednesday at the earliest, assuming there's no issues. There might be a little bit. I'm gonna turn the fan a little bit more directly at me. Being Coland. Yeah, I think that should be a little bit better. Yay, you're back. Welcome back, Lila. Welcome back. Can you guys hear the fan? I just want to make sure that you guys can't hear that. I'm trying to direct it a little bit more directly towards me. I don't know if maybe you're hearing like a whoosh. Now we can't. Perfect. Back for nappies. Or napsies, not nappies. You don't want... Well, I guess you could call them nappies, but over here we call... I assume every place calls them nappies. What do... Baby underwear. Or... What are they called in America? Are they just called... Are they also called nappies? I would assume they are. Oh, sorry. Hang on. I'm just going to put my face in front of the fan real quick. Okay, I'm happy now. Chapter 3. Don, son of Midir. One time the Fianna were at their hunting in the land of Torig to the north of Ireland, and they passed a fawn that was very wild and beautiful, and had made for the coast, and Fionn and 6 of his men followed after it through the whole country. You just want eep? Have a good eep. Have a good eep, Lila. We'll I hope you enjoy the reading. I'll try not to be too loud, okay? I'll try not to be too loud. Followed after it through the whole country, till they came to Slieve Nawan, and there the fawn put down its head and vanished into the earth, and none of them knew where it had gone to. A heavy snow began to fall, then, that bent down the tops of the trees like a willow gad, and the courage and the strength went from the Fianna with the dint of the bad weather. And Fionn said to Quilta, "Is there any place we can find shelter tonight?" Quilta made himself supple then, and went over the elbow of the hill southwards. And when he looked around him, he saw a house full of light, with cups and horns and bowls of all different sorts. He stood a good while before the door of the house, that he knew to be a house of the Sheed, thinking would it be best to go in and get news of it, or to go back to Fionn and the few men that were with him. And he made his mind to go into the house. Oh my god, this is specifically a story about my father. Cool. Hopefully he doesn't die. No, he wouldn't. He lives past the Fianna. And there he sat down on a shining chair in the middle of the floor. And he looked around him, and he saw on one side 28 armed men, each of them having a well-shaped woman beside him. And on the other side he saw 6 nice young girls, yellow-haired, having shaggy gowns from their shoulders. And in the middle there was another young girl sitting in the chair, and a harp in her hand, and she playing on it and singing. And every time she stopped, a man of them would give her a horn to drink from, and she would give it back to him, and they were all making mirth around her. Well-shaped women, yeah. The best of shapes. She spoke to Quilta then. Quilta, my life, she said, give us leave to attend on you now. Do not, said Quilta, for there is a better man than myself outside, Fionn, son of Cool, and he has a mind to eat in this house tonight. Rise up, Quilta, and go to Fionn, said a man of the house then. Oh wait, no. Rise up, Quilta, and go to Fionn, for he had never refused any man in his own house, and he will get no refusal from us. Quilta went back to the Fianna, and when Fionn saw him, he said, It is long you are away from us, Quilta, for from the time I took arms in my hand I never had a night that put so much hardship on me as this one. The 6 of them went then into the lighted house, and their shields and their arms with them, and they sat down on the edge of a seat, and a girl having yellow hair came and brought them to the shining seat in the middle of the house, and the newest of every food, the oldest of every drink was put before them. And when the sharpness of their hunger and their thirst was lessened, Fionn said, Which of you can I question? Question whoever you have a mind to, said the tallest little man that was near him. Who are you yourself, then? Said Fionn, for I did not think there were so many champions in Ireland, and I not knowing of them. Those 28 armed men you see beyond, said the tall man of Medea of the You see beyond, said the tall man, had the one father and mother with myself, and we are the sons of Medea of the yellow hair, and our mother is Fionn Cam, the fair, beautiful daughter of the king of the Sheed of Moned in the east, fecund and well-shaped. And at one time the Tuatha Dé had a gathering, and gave the kingship to Bove Derg, son of the Dagda, at his bright hospitable place, and he began to ask hostages of myself and of my brothers. But we said that till all the rest of the men of Dea had given them, we would not give them. Bove Derg said then to our father, Unless you will put away your sons, we will wall up your dwelling place on you. So the 28 brothers of us came out to look for our place, ourselves, and we searched all of Ireland till we found this hidden secret place, and we are here ever since. My own name, he said, is Don, son of Medea. And we had every one of us 100 armed men belonging to himself, but they have all worn away now, and only the 28 of us are left. What is it wearing you away? Said Fionn. The men of Dea, said Don, that come 3 times in every year to give battle to us on the green outside. What is the long new grave we saw on the green outside? Said Fionn. It is the grave of Dian Gaelach, a man of enchantments of the men of Dea, and this is the greatest loss to come on them yet. And it was myself that killed them. What loss came next to that? Said Fionn. All of the Tuatha Dé had golds and jewels and riches and treasures, horns and vessels and cups of pale gold. We took from them at that one time. Monka S. What was the third greatest loss they had? Said Fionn. It was Fethnaid, daughter of Fecloch, the woman harper of the Tuatha Dé Danann, their music, and their delight of their minds, said Dunn. And tomorrow, he said, they will be coming to make an attack on us, and there is no one but myself and my brothers left. We knew we would be in danger, and that we could make no stand against them. And we sent the bare-headed girl beyond the Torrig in the north in the shape of a foolish fawn, and you followed her here. It is that girl washing herself, and having a green cloak about her, when looking for you. And for the empty side of the house belonged to our people that the men of Dea had killed. They spent that night drinking and in pleasure, and when they rose in the morning of the morrow, Don, son of Medea, said to Fionn, Come out with me now, on the lawn, till you see the place where we fight the battles every year. They went out then, and looked on the graves and the flagstones, and Don said, It is as far as this the men of Dea have come to meet us. Which of them come here? Said Fionn. Bove Derg with his 7 sons, said Don, and Angus Og, son of the Dogda, with his 7 sons, and Fionnvar of Knockmeather, well, with his 17 sons. Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome in, welcome in. It is a pleasure to meet all of you. Thank you so much, Pon Pon Meow, for the raid. So sweet of you. Hello, hello. Hello, Diaphoebus. Hello, Van Wardy. Hello, Leppies. Hello, Orlando Timfay. Hello, Dead Remembo. Hello, Pon Pon Meow. Thank you so much for the raid. It's very nice to meet you and to meet all of your wonderful viewers. Hang on, let me do a quick shout out. Shout out at Pon. Wait. There we go. I'm going to pronounce this completely wrong. Backwards or. How is a backwards or pronounced? Zurter Ban. I don't read acrylic. I don't read acrylic. No, acrylic? No, acrylic is like a stand. Acrylic is what statues are made out of. Like the little plastic statues. Acrylic, yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Not acrylic. Hello, D1Xard. What are you reading? And hello, Miral. What are you reading? I am reading. We're currently reading Irish Myths and Legends, Gods and Fighting Men. The atmosphere is very atmospheric. Yes, I try to be. Have kind of a nice, cozy vibe. But I suppose I should introduce myself. My name is Ruadh Uaquilta. I am a half-human, half-Tuatha. That being the god peoples of Ireland who existed, or who lived in Ireland, before the Gale arrived and drove them to the other world. So we're currently reading stories all about the Fianna, of which I used to be a part of. Thank you so much for the follow, Van Wardy. Leppies said he doesn't understand, but he likes the vibes. Thank you so much, Leppies. That's very sweet of you. Thank you. Hang on, I'll give you a wink. Thank you, Dead Remember. Usually I do gaming streams, chatting streams. Thank you, Pon Pon. What were you doing, by the way? Sorry, I shouted you out, but I didn't ask you stuff. What were you up to? Thank you, Orlando Timofey. What were you guys doing? Were you guys doing ASMR? Were you reading? Were you doing traditional ASMR? Other stuff. But I usually do chatting streams, ASMR streams, gaming streams. We're currently doing reading right now, so it's a little bit quiet, a little bit calm and relaxed. But oftentimes during my reading streams, I'll usually do about an hour of just chatting, where I just kind of shoot the shit with everyone. But it's a pleasure to meet all of you, and I hope you all can enjoy the reading. And maybe some of you will find a lot of interest in Irish mythology. Currently, what's happening in this story, the men of the Fianna, led by Fionn McCool, followed a faun all the way across Ireland and ended up getting caught in a snowstorm, and were forced to find lodging. And they've ended up in a lodging of the Sheath, the people of the Tuatha. A group of people who were driven out by the other Tuatha and have been being attacked ever since. The faun that they followed was actually another one of the Tuatha, bringing them to this place to, I imagine, assist them in their battle, and they're preparing for it now. I like that cute emote. I will... Wait, hang on. Let me... Where's my Dia emote? No, it's not showing me my Dia one. Wait, hang on a moment. Dia dance. I'm gonna give you that Dia dance. There we go. Okay. Let's get back to our reading. Have a wonderful night, or sleep, pompon. Or have some nice food. Whichever. Give yourself some post-stream care. Where were we? Oh, yes. Which of them come here? Oh, Lepi's name pronunciation, of course. My name is pronounced Rua Ua Quilta. Rua Ua Quilta. It's Irish-based, so the spelling doesn't exactly follow the typical English kind of Latin pronunciations. Ponpon mostly sees ASMR streams called Group Sleep in Russian. In the future he plans to play something, but the main focus remains night ASMR. Ah, I see. Very cozy. I'll have to check it out. I've listened to, there's a really nice VTuber friend of mine called Olga Okami, and she is a Russian streamer, and she has a very relaxed, soft voice, and I always love listening to her accent. I think the kind of generally Eastern European Russian accent, and just a Russian accent as well, is a very, very nice accent. So I'm glad to hear you guys had a nice stream, and I hope you guys have a good sleep, and I hope I can contribute to it. Which of them come here? Said Fionn. Bovderg with his 7 sons. Ingus Og, son of the Dogda, with his 7 sons. Finn Var of Knockveda with his 17 sons. Lear of Shin Fionkira with his 27 sons. And their sons. Oh my god. Okay, these guys are busy. These guys get busy. Probably all those shapely women. Tig, son of Nuada, out of the beautiful hill of Alvun. Don of the island, and Don of the Vat, and 2 called Glass from the district of Osrig. Dovran, Durha, from the hill of Leavon, of the smooth shirt. Ide of the island of Rockrane in the north. Fairy and Aelin and Lear and Flynn, son of Egobal, from Knockena in Munster. Cian and Coban and Con, 3 sons of the king of the Sheed Moned in Alban. Edvin Min Vrek in Esrua, with his 7 sons. The children of the Muragu, the great queen, for 26 women warriors. The 2 Luas from Maglife, Durg and Drecken, out of the hill of Ben Eder in the east. Bove Durg, himself with his great household. 10 score and 10. Thank you for the follow. These are the chief leaders of the Tuatha Dé, that come to destroy our hill every year. Fionn went back into the hill then, and told this all to his people. My people, he said, it is in great need and under great oppression the sons of Medir are, and it is into great danger we are come ourselves, unless we make a good fight of it now. It is likely we will never see the rest of the Fianna again. Good Fionn, said one of them, did you ever see any drawing back in any of us? Did you give us that warning? I give my word, said Fionn. If I would go through the whole world having only this, thank you Ninja for the follow. I give you my word. If I would go through the whole world having only this many of the Fianna of Ireland along with me, I would not know fight, fear, or nor fright. And good Don, he said, it is by day or by night the men of Dea come against you. It is at the fall of night they come, said Don, the way they can do us the most harm. So they waited till night came on them, and Fionn said, let one of you go out now on the hill of the green to keep watch for us, the way the men of the Dea will not come on us without word or warning. So many new peeps. Yeah, it's really nice. And the men they sent to watch was not gone far when he saw 5 strong battalions, the men of Dea, coming towards him. He went back then to the hill and said, it is what I think, that the troops that are come against us at this time, and are standing now around the grave of the men of enchantments, are a match for any other fighting men. Fionn called to his people then, and he said, there are good fighters come against you, having strong red spears. Let you all do well now in battle, and it is what you have to do, to keep the little troops of brothers, the sons of Medir, safe in the fight. For it would be a treachery to friendship for any harm to come on them, and we, after joining them, and myself and Quilta, our oldest among you,
Leave the rest of the battle to us." Then from the covering time of evening to the edge of the morning they fought the battle, and the loss of the Tuatha Dé was no less a number than 10 men. Then Bovderg and Medir and Fionn said to one another, "What are we to do with all these? And let Lear of Shead Finkia give us an advice," they said, "since he is the oldest of us." And Lear said, "It is what I advise. Let every one carry away his friends and his fosterlings, his sons and his brothers, to his own place. And as for us that stop here, let a wall of fire be made around us on the one side, and a wall of water on the other." Then the men of Dea put up a great heap of stones, and brought away their dead. And of all the slaughter, the great slaughter that Fionn and his men and the sons of Medir had made, there was not left enough for a crow to perch upon. Oh my god. It's kind of horrific. There's not enough ground for even a crow to sit upon. And as to Fionn and his men, they went back into the hill, hurt and wounded and worn out. They stopped in the hill with the sons of Medir through the whole length of a year, and 3 times in the year the men of Dea made an attack on the hill, and a battle was fought. And Conn, son of Medir, was killed in one of the battles. And as to the Fianna, there were so many wounds on them the clothing was held off from their bodies with bent hazel sticks, and they lying in their beds, and 2 of them were like to die. And Fionn and Cuilta and Luigid's son went out on the green, and Cuilta said, "It was a bad journey we made coming to this hill, to leave 2 of our comrades after us." "It is a pity for whoever will face the Fianna of Ireland," said Luca's son, and he after leaving his comrades after him. "Whoever will go back and leave them, it will not be myself," said Fionn. Then Don, son of Medir, came to them. Good done, said Fionn. "Have you knowledge of any physician that can cure all men?" I only know one physician could do that," said Don. "A physician the Tuatha Dé have with them. And unless a wounded man has marrow on his back cut through, he will get relief from that physician." Has the marrow of his back cut through? Oh my god, that's horrific. He's literally saying that this physician can heal you unless your spine was severed. The way he will be around at the end of 9 days. "How can we bring this man here?" said Fionn. "For those he is with us are no good friends to us. He goes out every morning at the break of day to gather healing herbs while the dew is on them." "Find someone, Don," said Cuilta, "that will show me that physician, and living or dead, I will bring him with me." Then Ide and Flann, 2 of the sons of Medir, rose up. "Come with us, Cuilta," they said, and they went on before him to a green lawn with a dew on it. And when they came to it, they saw a strong young man, armed and having a cloak of wool of the 7 sheep of the land of promise, and it full of herbs of healing that he was gathering for the men of Dea that were wounded in battle. "Who is that man?" said Cuilta. "That is the man we have come looking for," said Ide. "And mind him well now, that he will not make his escape from us back to his own people." They ran at him together then, and Cuilta took him by the shoulders, and they brought him away with them to the ford of the Slane, in the great plain of Leinster, where most of the Fianna were at that time, and a druid mist rose up about them that they could not be seen. And they went up on a little hill over the ford, and they saw before them 4 young men having crimson fringed cloaks, and swords with gold hilts, and 4 good hunting hounds along with them. And the young man could not see them because of the mist, but Cuilta saw that they were his own 2 sons, Calla and Phelan, and 2 other young men of the Fianna, and he could hear them talking together, and saying it was a year now that Fionn, son of Cúil, was gone from them. "And what will the Fianna of Ireland do from this?" said one of them, "without their lord and their leader?" "There is nothing for them to do," said another, but to go to Tara and to break up there, or to find another leader among themselves. And there was heavy sorrow on them for the loss of their lord, and it was grief to Quilta for them to be looking at them. He and the two sons of Midir went back by the lake of the two birds to sleeve them on, and they went into the hill. Fionn and Don gave great welcome to Luvra the physician, and showed him their two comrades that were lying in their wounds. "Those men are brothers to me," said Don, "and tell me how can they be cured?" Luvra looked at their wounds and said, "They can be cured if I get a good reward." "You will get that indeed," said Quilta. "And tell me now, how long will it take to cure them?" "It will take 9 days," said Luvra. "It is a good reward you will get. And this is what it is. Your own life to be left to you." "But if these young men are not healed," said Quilta, "it is my own hand that will strike off your head." And within 9 days the physician had done a cure on them, and they were as well and as sound as before. Dude was like, "I want a reward," and his reward was, "You get to live, buddy. Don't push your luck." And it was after the time the High King sent a messenger to bring the Fina of the Feast of Tara, and they all gathered to it, men and women, boys and heroes and musicians, and Gol, son of Moma, was sitting at the feast beside the king. "It is a great loss you have had, Fina of Ireland, losing your lord and your leader, Fionn, son of Cool." "It is a great loss indeed," said Gol. "There was no greater loss fallen on Ireland since the loss of Lug, son of Aina," said the king, or Lu. "What orders will you give the Fianna now, king?" said Gol. "To yourself, Gol," said the king. "I will give the right of hunting over all of Ireland, till we know if the loss of Fionn is lasting." "I will not take Fionn's place," said Gol, till he has been wanting to us for the length of 3 years, until no person in Ireland has any hope of seeing him again." Then Aelba of the freckled face said to the king, "What should these 17 queens belonging to Fionn's household do?" Damn, Fionn. Damn, he was doing well for himself. "Let a safe, secret, sunny house be given to every one of them," said the king. "Let her stop there, and her women with her, and let provisions be given to her for a month and a quarter and a year, till we have knowledge if Fionn is alive or dead." Then the king stood up, and a smooth drinking horn in his hand, he said, "It would be a good thing, men of Ireland, if any one among you could give us news of Fionn in hills or in secret places, or in rivers or invers, or in any house of the Sheed in Ireland or in Alban." "Hello, Big Chum. Welcome in, welcome in. It's nice to see you." With that, Bemgal, the cow owner from the borders of Slieve Fuad, that was divider to the King of Ireland, said, "The day Fionn came out from the north, following after a deer of the Sheed and his 5 comrades with him, he put a sharp spear having a shining head in my hand, and a hound's collar along with it, and he bade me to keep them, till he would meet me again in the same place." Bemgal showed the spear and collar to the king, and to Gol, and they looked at them, and the king said, "It is a great loss to the men of Ireland that the man is that owned this collar and this spear. And were his hounds along with him?" "They were," said Bemgal. "Bran and Skiolan were with Fionn, and Breac and Leanvu with Quilta, and Canul and Cumrith with Luig's son." How long is this story? Oh, we're almost done, actually. The High King then called upon Fergus of the True Lips, and he said, "Do you know how long Fionn is away from us?" "I know that well," said Fergus. "It is a month and a quarter and a year since we have lost him. Indeed, it is a great loss. He is to the Fina of Ireland, himself and the men that were with him." "It is a great loss indeed," said the king, "and I have no hope at all of finding those 6 that were the best men of Ireland or of Alban." And then he called to Ruadh, the druid, and said, "It is many riches and treasures Fionn gave you. And tell us now, is he living or is he dead?" "He is living," said Ruadh, then, "but as to where he is, I can give no news of that. For he himself would not like me to give news of it." There was great joy among them when they heard that, for everything Ruadh had ever foretold had come true. "Tell us when will he come back," said the king. "Before the feast of Tara is over," said the druid, "you will see the leader of the Fianna drinking at it." And as to Fionn and his men, they stopped in the house of the two birds till they had taken hostages for Don, son of Medir, from the Tuatha. And on the last day of the feast of Tara, they came back to their people again. And from that time, the Fianna of Ireland had not more dealings with the people living in houses than they had with the peoples of the gods of Dana. I think we made a decent dent into the book. That was quite a long story at the end. I'm kind of glad we finished that one. We have kind of a very, very short one, but I think I'm happy to leave it there for tonight. Or will I? Will I do maybe? I'm not too sure. I'm thinking. You know what? I do need to be up early tomorrow. I need to go somewhere, unfortunately. So I can't be leaving it too late. It's over already. I'm sorry. I'll try and do more reading streams, though. I will try and do more reading streams. 1, 2. Basically 3 pages. The next story. Yeah, you know what? No, I like finishing at that story. That was a nice long story to finish on. So I think that was kind of neat. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that reading. Sorry, Big Chum. Sorry, Big Chum, that it was quite a short stream for you. You kind of only got to see the very end. We're coming up on 2 hours, so I think that's the thing. I want to try and stream more because I don't really stream very long. It's just the way my days work. Thanks for the stream, Ruadh. Good to have you back. Oh, thank you. Laughs a lot. Thank you again to Pon for the raid. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you for Strem. Thank you for coming along. Very excited about the idea of a schedule. People are like, "Oh yeah, schedule. He's gonna be sticking to a schedule." Guys, it still needs to be made. I still need to see if D is like okay with making it. Ayo D&D. Oh, D&D. So we can play Wednesday. Wait, let me check something. I believe tomorrow D&D is not happening, unfortunately. But I think there's a plan to do a Mage Arena stream, which, do I have that in my... Now, I'll have to see. I do have Mage Arena. Excellent. Now, I've seen this game, and apparently it's kind of fun. I've only seen, like, clips of it. I have no idea how it's going to go. There's apparently going to be 8 people in this collab. That seems way too much, dude. Yeah, there's 8 of us. Oh my god, that's going to be too many. I assume it has proximity chat. Because otherwise there's going to be way too many people talking, and it's going to be an absolute mess. A mess of a stream. Because I've done streams with Dia for dialogues where there's like 20 people. Ruadh screaming fireball, fireball, fireball over and over and over again. Maybe. I might not be able to play very long though. You'll be thinning the numbers down, so no worries. I don't know, there's 2 wizards. There's 2 wizards among our group. I'm pretty sure there's 2. I don't think the other 2 are wizards. But Geltarin and Regulus are like wizards, so it's dangerous. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, we'll get
We'll just get another stream and we'll have a collab stream. It'll be a bit messy, I think, with 8 people. We'll have to figure out how that one works. But thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. I'm gonna go have a cup of tea or maybe some water and then just like, I don't know, brush my teeth and get ready for bed. But I do hope you guys enjoyed this stream, and I hope you guys enjoyed the story. I thought the last story we read was really neat. Really neat. Who are we going to? Oh god, that was probably really loud. That who. Because I felt the breath. Who are we going to raid into? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Bit loud. Bit too loud. Good night, Ruadh. Good night, Miki. Oh, that's a wave. That's a no, that's a punch. You're punching me. I thought that was a friendly wave goodbye, but I felt like that wave was a little bit too violently looking. So now that I see that it's a punch, that makes way more sense. Real life waifu ASMR. No. Ooh, there's someone doing humming. Oh, her bones. She's an old lady apparently. We only want boy ASMR. Sexist. You don't want short white haired woman with spiky collar humming and going da 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 very nicely, might I add. Oh my god, she is cracking her bones. Dude, oh my god. White hair? There's no boys ASMR that I'm seeing right now. So we're gonna raid into Iximon. I like her model. I like the grey eyes. It's quite neat. Also, I feel like she has a nice voice. So I'm sorry, hag-boned? Yeah, hag-boned. Oh no. Okay. So she has. I don't know what she's done, but she has her audio repeating, and she made a noise. She went, and then it kept repeating. Oh no. Maybe this isn't very good ASMR. She's in a giggle fit. She's snoring right now. Fart ASMR. It's kind of what it became. But we'll raid into her. We only have less than 30 seconds, so I don't think we're gonna have a message. Garev Milo Hoggett and Slán Gafol. We'll see you guys next stream. Unless you can come up with something in the next 10 seconds. Rua raid, Rua raid, Rua raid, Rua raid. Anyway, bye bye guys.